Oh, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, traders and QBN members from different part of the world. Welcome back our weekly MyQFX webinar. Okay, so let me give you the first introduction about what is MyQFX. If you are joining first time or if you're watching in the YouTube first time, MyQFX is the gateway for practical forex training and the real-time market analysis. It's a comprehensive forex training market analysis platform designed for both novice and experienced trader. So whether you are just starting your trading journey or a seasoned professional trader, MyQFX tools offers insight you need to succeed. Okay, so I'm going to show you in more detail later on all our analysis today. The market was amazing, as you have seen. The election is going in Japan, so yen has given us amazing volatility and amazing trades. Gold, as always. So I'm going to go in deep down all this, as a part of today is the market, how to pick up the trend and how you should be look out for the reversal as the part of the training today, and we'll enjoy. All right, just before we start, okay, so somebody has to add, okay, got it. All right, so I'm going to keep an eye because most of the people they are joining it, so we need to allow them. So somebody has to do it if I forget. All right, so just as always, we're going to look at the homework, and let me, okay. Okay, so I'm going to read down let's see what's happening here. Okay, let me do the presentation mode here. Okay, so I'm going to read down the last paragraph that I'm not affiliated with, nor do I represent any security broker, dealer, or investment company. I'm not licensed or qualified to provide investment advice. Any trading decision I share are for information purpose only and should not be taken as a financial or investment advice. So it is important to verify all that information independently, and any action you take based on that information are entirely your own responsibility. Okay, so let's look at the webinar format. As always, we're going to be looking, first of all, we're going to be looking at the high impact upcoming news. As you know, the data, the fundamental news is very, very crucial and important for us to keep an eye, because that's create volumes in the market, that create activities in the market, and then we align those news based on the technical, technical analysis, and if everything opportunities match according to that news, then we trade. We find the opportunity and then we trade. But as always mentioned to my trader, even the news, because now you know what's happening in the global economy situation. Sometime market is completely going against the news. In that scenario, we always mention to our trader, trade what you see it, not what you think. Make things simplicity. So that's another part which we're going to discuss later on, sometime in other analysis. Okay, so MyKFX, then later on, we're going to be showing today how we analyze the market today and the performance of those analysis. This is what we're going to be discussing it today, okay? Right. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, I hope you have you had my last webinar, and even if you have some questions, so you can note those questions and you have the opportunities to ask these questions in this live webinar. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So how to join my KFX platform? There's a pretty standard and straightforward. We have three options. If you open a QBN Global account for $500, you will have the access, 3-month access of the platform. And as always, you will have all the features of the platform, which is a real-time analysis, live audio commentary, price alerts, customized charts, momentum strategy, real-time news, market updates, daily live analysis recording. If you miss something, you can also watch the recording. And of course, we are giving a forex training material, and we are giving some of the introduction material in my KFX. But in detail for us education material, we're also giving over the collaborative partner QMinds. So you have theoretical information there, and then you can have practical in education material in my QFX platform. We also have a live chat support, and of course, we also conduct weekly training session. So this is the 3 months free, but if you open $1,000 of an account, so you will have all these features as mentioned here in the 3 months. but you will have also opportunity with me to have a one-to-one session. In this session, I'll be helping you how to trade successfully with this $1,000 of an account through my QFX platform. Another option, if you don't want to open an account, you just want to be a subscribe and trade with your own account. So this is third option is $149 per month. You can do it. You will have all these features, but the top of that, you also have a funding opportunity. If you perform very well, and yes, if you produce very good results in my QFX platform, so there's also opportunities to get funded. As mentioned, we are also planning to give funding accounts through my QFX platform. We are still, in a planning phase. So sooner or later, we will have the funding option in my QFX platform. So we are going to be the pioneer who not just giving a funding account, we are also helping you to trade that funding account. That most of the funding account company nowadays, their job is to sell the accounts. And as you know, most of the 90% people are lose money because of the emotions and because of not the proper training. So we're going to be providing them proper training, proper education, with a real-time market, with a real-time analysis to help them to trade that funding account. So stay tuned, guys. So we'll give you that news very soon. Okay, so meanwhile, if you have any questions, so you can ask any questions or any concern you have it. We have this email, hello@myqfx.com. You can send us email and definitely we'll get back to you. I hope that makes sense. All right. Okay, so let's look at the news today. And we're gonna be looking at the high impact news. Okay, so as you know that we had it in the Asian session, we had amazing volatility, all the yen pair. And as you know, why reason behind it, because of this election, we had this election. And this election basically have given us the strength on yen. All the yen against all the major currency pair was strong and all the major against the yen was weak. And we had amazing analysis, guys. I'm going to share with you the both analysis for trend and the reversal. And stay tuned. Okay, so Monday, as you know, we don't have any high impact news, but Tuesday we have core retail sales month by month, expected slightly lower than the previous one. Forecasted, as you can see, this one is slightly lower than this one. So far, this is projecting a weaknesses of the dollar, but we'll see when the data is going to release. Okay, Wednesday we have a bank holiday, so probably going to see some sideways market, all the yen pair possibility. And then later on, at the New York session, we had average okay, so we have, okay, so this time non-farm employment change. Okay, this Wednesday, I think probably they have changed it. Normally this information comes on Friday. Okay, so you can see average hourly earning month by month, exactly the same as previous data. We have a non-farm change, quite big difference based on the previous one, and unemployment rate exactly the same. Wednesday, probably going to be looking for the dollar, probably Euro USD and pound dollar. And Thursday, we have GDP data month by month. Okay, slightly lower. We'll see how that's going to make impact to the pound dollar. We have unemployment claims. Okay, slightly lower. So that's a good sign for the dollar. We'll see here. Okay, so apart from that, we don't have any high impact news on Thursday, only two. Friday, we have a CPI month by month, exactly the same. We have a core CPI month by month, slightly better. We have a CPI month by month, exactly the same. So CPI year by year, so we have slightly lower. So Friday, probably gonna be have nice big moves on the dollar. Okay, so we just basically, we're not gonna be discussing in more detail. We're just gonna look at the bigger picture. But every single day in our MyQFX platform, we explain all these news in detail, and then we align these news to the technical analysis and we help our traders to find the best opportunity. This is what exactly we do it, because this is the weekly webinar. We're just looking at the overview that which day, what sort of pair we should be looking into it and what time. So now we have a clear picture. We have, as you can see here, Tuesday, we have a dollar. We're going to looking into it. Wednesday, probably we're going to avoid trading with the yen pair. More possibility of sideways market unless dollar yen might gonna have some strong, if it depends on this news data. And Thursday we have a pound and dollar, And we have Friday, we have Swiss franc. We're going to be looking into it. And then we have to dollar. So this is the way we're going to be look at. And then when the data is going to release, we're going to align this data with the technical analysis. All right. So this is what news is going to release. And let's look at the technical analysis. Okay. So I'm not sure if you have looked in today my analysis at the New York session. Let's talk about the gold, and then because this is what most of the people like it, and this is the highly instrument even traded in our platform too. So if you look at here, gold, we have at this afternoon I mentioned that based on this price action, impulsive correction, I'm expecting one more push. So which price did? Let me share with you the, let's see here if I can find out trading key. So let me log into the MyQFX platform and I'll show you the trade. Okay. And that's most of the majors. Okay. Okay. So this is the analysis we did at 2 p.m. London time and 8 a.m. New York time. So you can see this is the recording of the. We have this impulsive. You can see this is a huge correction is developing here. That gives me one more push to the upside. Let's see. But if you look at here, you can see how many rejections. Okay, so this is what I did. And now look at the market. This is not a rocket science. This is what I always telling to my trader. That try to understand the price behavior and price action. Based on that analysis, we had this beautiful push. And we really enjoyed it, this really. As always mentioned, that if you keep the basics and you stay with the basics, you always find high probability trades. So if you look at here, price developed low, the high, low, high, low. So the price refused to stay below this level because we were expecting this price action, but price refused. Price came back and give us the confirmation, and that's the sign of continuation. And after that, you can see here the price always breaking above the previous high. This kind of behavior, basically, as a trader, what we need a trend, either down or up, and then we need to know when this gonna be finished and the market price is gonna go to in different direction. So this is as an analyst or as a trader, this is we always look at every single day. But if you apply the basics of which is always mentioned to my trader, always keep it simple. Every time when you see the price is developing a high, low, high, low, high, so it means the price is going up. Whenever the price refuses to stay above the previous high and give us a confirmation, that give us a sign of possibility of reversal. Not guarantee, possibility. Same thing when the price is developing a high low. So, and when the price come back here and refuse to stay below this previous low, give us the confirmation, that give us a sign of continuation, high probability of reversal. So then we align all these technical parameters and look for the opportunity. Pay attention to detail. This is what exactly you needed. More you simplify. Unfortunately, most of the traders, they're always looking for the strategies, indicators and everything, and they always bypass the basics, and that's why they always have challenges. So here, which is exactly I mentioned here, that the price nicely developed false breakout, and we already mentioned our trader. Look here. So we have Friday, we can see such a nice, beautiful long trade. Even today, I mentioned based on this performance, we are looking for this long. So why I mentioned that I'm looking one more push to the upside. What makes me to think that I'm expecting one more push to the upside when I should be thinking now it's going to go upside, So these are the questions you always be thinking yourself, because this is what we call it, the experience, and this is what we call, we learn it. So every time when the market develop impulsive reaction, and after impulsive reaction, if the market slow down here, this is what we normally, terminology, we call a correction, right? Or consolidation. So that give us the high probability of continuation sign. Yeah. Keep in mind there's a one condition apply here. If there's a fundamental or any news is about to come, then that might not be a possible. Then we look at the news data release, then we look at the price action. In that scenario, what we look at, give you an example here. Let's say if the price develop impulsive reaction and the price develop correction, and there's a news is coming here. So I'm going to give you the both scenarios. The price is coming down here and the price is developing here, correction. So this kind of price action give us the high probability of long here if there's no news, short here. So when there's a news is coming, then we have you avoid jumping into the trade. We wait for the news to release. If the data is favor to this trend or this trend, then we basically take the maximum benefit. Means like every time in intraday, every time when the price come down and develop a pullback, we just keep taking a pullbacks. This is one thing we do it. Let's suppose based on this price action, we were expecting long here, but the price news came out negative. Then we look at how the market is going to react. If the market is going to follow the fundamental, and this is what we look at. So let's suppose if the price develop a impulsive reaction to the downside, and after that, if the price develop a slow reaction, then we will look at this pattern here. That give us a high probability of continuation to the downside. This is the one scenario. Second scenario, this is what exactly happens. Sometimes price shoot down, come here, and then come back and develop false breakout. That give us the high probability of continuation sign. So these are the behaviors of the price, how the price reacted. So same thing here, if the news is against, if the news in favor of this direction, then we take every pullback, like a pound, yen this morning, when we see the news came out, basically the elections that give us the positive gestures to the yen. So we, as mentioned to my trader, any pullback, just keep selling it, because that's what we look at. So in this scenario, if the news is against, the news in favor in this direction, so we keep taking it. Sometimes news comes against this direction, so price develop impulsive reaction. After impulsive, if the price develop correction, that give us the high probability of continuation. Otherwise, if the price come back here, develop false breakout, then there's a high probability the price might gonna go down. So these are the possibilities. This is what we align every single day. We mention these kind of price behavior in my QFX platform. So that's what you have seen in my recording. This is the price we were expecting here, because there wasn't any news here. And if you look at the candlestick pattern, you can see here, let me make it bigger. So you can see the candlestick pattern here. We have, this candle give us the bullish engulfing candle. That give us the high probability. And if you look at how we have this breakout, and if you look at in 1 hour chart, you can see the price broken and give us the confirmation that give us the high probability of continuation. So this is what we're looking here. So we had a nice, beautiful long trade here. And later on, we also had this counter short, because of being an intraday, we look at the prices came out from the Bollinger Band. There might be a possibility of reversal. So we did another analysis for the short here. So this is the way we analyze the market. This is exactly we do it. Our biases for gold anyway is long, but every time when the price develop any depth and dip, there's a high probability of buying it, right? Well, right now, if you look at here, we have this low, low and low high is been developed. So as long as the price behaving this kind of behavior, we are going in this direction. We're not going any negative, down. We're only going to take a short trade here if we have this kind of behavior. Like for example, here, price broken, and after this breakout, need to admit people here. So if the price break and fail to sustain and maintain below this level and come back, give us the confirmation. If I get this one price behavior, let's suppose if price come back here and give us the confirmation, then I'm looking for sure. So I'll give you an example here. This is what exactly I'm looking here. As you know, the price has developed, broken this previous high. So the first priority is always we are looking here a pullback long here. That's going to give us a sign of continuation to the upside. But we're going to look at the intraday. That's what we're looking at. So that's, let's pause if the price does not stay above this level. And tomorrow we have a news is coming for the dollar. And if the price develop false breakout and give us the confirmation to stay above this level, that give us the high probability of counter opportunity. Not trend is change. It doesn't give the guarantee of trend is change. Trend is we're only gonna see when the price gonna break this low and give us the confirmation. This is what exactly we are looking for it. So we had amazing trade, guys. So let me share with you. Being an intraday, we always look buy and sell, but based on proper analysis, price action analysis. So here, as you can see here in this analysis, what we have mentioned here is a pretty straightforward. Let me make it slightly bigger. So we look at the price action in detail. This is what we did in analysis. You can see here, the price came back here. This is area of interest. Price, we're looking for this breakout, the price nicely broken, hit to the profit target, and that's what we suggest our traders time to bring some profit. So that was a beautiful short trade we had this morning. And then we had another one. Let me share with you. This one is a counter opportunity. Again, as mentioned in today's webinar, is the part of how you pick up the trend, how you pick up the reversal. So we had it, as you have seen, we had this beautiful short trade in previous analysis. Now we look at the price action, what sort of price is developing. So this is pretty standard and straightforward. Whenever the price try to break the previous low and fail, and we have price broken this low here, and price respected. Sorry guys, my computer is crashed now. Okay. Okay, just give me 1 second, guys. I think. Okay, so what exactly we're looking here? So you can see the price nicely broken, price retest, price also respect this area. So we have sideways market. This is, I'm talking about this area. Yeah, this area. So hello, can you hear me, guys? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect, perfect. And you can see it because the Zoom is send me message that Zoom is not responding. So I just want to make sure that I'm not talking to the wall. Okay, just what's happening here. You can see here it says Zoom is not responding. Well, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, we can. I can hear you.
Okay. Let me. So why this?
You said we can hear you.
Yeah, yeah, you can hear, but you can see why. Okay, so just hold on. I'm gonna log in back. Okay, just give me one. All right, guys, apologies for the okay, let's continue, okay? Right, so uh okay, so what we have done it as mentioned here that the gold, this is the area of interest we were looking into it. So you can see this is the way we price respected. So price also respected here. So we have these 2 points. So we look at, so while the price is here, we don't initiate. So what we're looking here, we're looking here either price break this one or this one. And after the break, let me switch off this one. So at least we should not make this noise here. I can log in this one back, okay? All right, so what we're looking here, the safest way always be, as always mentioned in our analysis, safest way whenever the price gonna break this area or this area, and after this breakout, if the price is going to respect or develop a pullback. Pullback means when the price is going there and pull back and then sign of continuation. So whenever the price develop these pullbacks, this is a high probability trade. So when the price break and give us a confirmation, if you look at here, the price broken and come back here, and then the price broken and come back here, price broken and come back here, that give us the high probability of continuation to the sign. So we have this impulsive reaction. After that, the price, you can see, respected these points. While the price is here, we don't initiate. After this, we give us a clear direction. The price is going this direction. So any pullback would consider a high probability trade. So we can see the price nicely hit to the certain profit target. This is what we suggest our trader it's time to bank some profit. So as always mentioned that you need to look at the price action at this stage here and look at the price action here in the intraday, which is I just explained to you. That give us the high probability of continuation to the upside. So we, as a being in an intraday, we also take a long and short as long as it is defined the price basics price action principles. So now here, now let's look at this one here. And I'm going to explain to you in detail here. So what the analyst is trying to say here, that the price, if you look at here, the price is developing or high price that's broken. So look at here, the price is going this direction. So we are expecting in this direction. But let's say if the you can see the price develop this low here. If the price does not continue, so let the price break and give us the confirmation or develop a pullback. This is the scenario we were looking at, or this is the first scenario based on this direction. Otherwise, this is the direction with the confirmation. So if you look at here, right now, this area, do we have this upside, a pullback? No. So what happened here? So price nicely broken and give us the confirmation. So this one activated here. So that give us the high probability of continuation to the downside. So this is what we're looking here. This is what we explain every single day. So in gold is a best example for, because it's a more volatile, as a more analysis. So you can practice, but when you're practicing this gold, so you must make sure you understand the risk parameters different as compared to the trading with the other different pairs. So we had this beautiful another analysis. Let me share with you another one. This is again, if you look at here, how beautiful our analysis mentioned here, that our bias was long anyway. So if you look at here, what happened here, these 2 points mentioned. So technically we were expecting the price should continue, which is price refuse. So what happened here is the price come back here and give us the confirmation to the upside. Yeah. Okay, so I'm basically sorry guys, I'm just allowing other people. They are keep coming in. That's a good sign. Okay, so and what happened here, this is the point of interest which is analyst mentioned. So as always mentioned to my trader, let the price break, so you can see the price has to broken and give us the confirmation. That give us the high probability of long trade here, as you can see here. Nicely hit to the fib channel, and this is what we suggest our traders time to bank some profit. So that was a beautiful long trade here. This is what we exactly will look at. Then we have another one. Just a minute, show me. This is the one. Okay, this is another beautiful long trade here. Okay, so this breakout we had it. I'm talking about this breakout. So we look at the intraday, and if you look at the intraday, if you look at the analysis, what we have it. So the price broke on this level, but price refused to continue. Price came back here. But we also had the price nicely respected this area. So we were looking this breakout. So if the price gonna break either this way or this way, we look for the opportunity. But as always mentioned, and I'm keep telling you right now, let the price break and give us the confirmation or develop pullback. That's the high probability of continuation. So we had this beautiful, as you can see here, the price nicely broken. And after that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 beautiful pullback that give us the high probability of continuation to the upside. So we had this beautiful long trade here. Amazing. Then, as you know, we always look at the price action in 1 hour and look at the price action. And if you look at here, what we're looking into it, if you look at the price came out from the Bollinger Band, and if you look at this price came out from the Bollinger Band, you can see the price came out from outside, this one outside. So every time when the price come out outside of the Bollinger Band, there's a high possibility of, reversal. So we have this possibility based on this price action. Even we were looking here possibility of counter opportunity. So we did another analysis, and we had a nice, beautiful. This is a counter opportunity, by the way. You can see here this is a pretty straightforward. Even now the prices went further down. And let me explain to you this analysis in detail. So you can see here, this is the point of interest, which is the price previously respected here, price broken, and we respected here. So we were looking here, price develop false breakout. You can see develop pullback, dual. So we're looking here this breakout opportunity. So what happened here? So you can see here that based on this analysis, we have this breakout, beautiful. Even after that, price really came down, and most of the traders really enjoyed. This was the analysis we had it. You can see here, after this price came down from here, from this analysis, which is I'm talking about, we have this pullback, this pullback, price came back here. Beautiful hit to the amazing long short trade here. But as mentioned here, as a high probability here right now, what we're expecting here, look at the candlestick pattern. Right now, we have a bullish, bearish engulfing candle. And what, as mentioned here, but if you look at the previous price action, we have this area of interest, which is the price nicely broken. So there might be a possibility price might gonna come back and we're looking for this price action here. And if there's a possibility of pullback long trade here, as mentioned my analysis this morning, this afternoon mentioned that I'm looking one more push. That's mostly traders really enjoy it. So let's suppose if the price fail to break above this level and give us the confirmation, then I'll be looking at counter opportunity. Otherwise, our bias is long on gold. So we had amazing trade, guys, and I already explained to you all the reversal and the trend trade. We had amazing trade, another one, which is the pound yen. Let me explain to you. As you know, the pound yen, because of the election, we had this is the spikes created, but that's not tradable for us basically because we need a proper price action. Once we had this morning, we had this beautiful short trade here. So I mentioned now this impulsive, I need a pullback in order to give me the confirmation. So we were looking at pullback around this level. So let me share with you guys the analysis we had. We had a lot of analysis today, especially on pound yen. So we also had a long trade here because we were expecting some price action here. If you look at the prices developing this pattern, we also had a short trade. We also had a long trade here. But how we analyze this one, how we analyze this one, and how we analyze this short and long in intraday, this is the key important. This is, by the way, 1 hour chart. So we had a beautiful analysis we did. And this is a pretty straightforward. As you can see here, the price, again, this is the Asian session analysis we did. You can see the price developed double top here. Also respected here. So sideways market. What happened here? The price nicely broken this low and give us the confirmation, which is I'm going to share with you just a minute, so you will understand. So you can see here, based on this analysis, you can see here, this is a pretty straightforward, price nicely broken. And after that, price give us, we respected here, then the price broken and give us the confirmation. That give us the high probability of continuation sign. So we had this beautiful short trade on pound yens. And let me share with you another analysis. Pretty straightforward, as mentioned. As the price progress, our analysts keep broadcasting this center point to give us the high probability trade for over traders. That's another beautiful short trade we had it. And if you look at, we had, this is another beautiful, because our analyst is completely basically keep mentioning um, this price action as the price progress. So we had this beautiful breakout as mentioned here, beautiful, because our bias was short, but we're looking at valid technical entry. So this was the beautiful short trade we had it, and another one, let me show you. This one again, this is the counter opportunity we had it when the price nicely respected here. We were looking along here. This is the way we look at. So you can see here the price develop impulsive side correction and looking for one more push. So you can see here the price nicely broken, and after that price nicely retest and hit to the profit target. So that was the beautiful. Then we had another beautiful short trade here. That's a pretty straightforward. If you look at here in 4 hour, in 1 hour chart, this is the area of interest. This is the area of interest we were looking for short. So we look at the analysis and we look at here, which is we did in a live analysis. We explain our trader. Let me share with you guys. You can see here price refuse. This is the high is broken. So we were expecting continuation, but instead price refused and came back here. And and this is impulsive. Then we have this area of interest. I say, guys, let's, if the price gonna break, that's a sign of continuation, because we already knew that the yen strength against all the majors, that's give us a high probability trade. But as mentioned, trade, if the price gonna break and give us any pullback, keep enjoying it. So you can see here after that we had a nice, beautiful, pretty standard and straightforward. You can see the price refused to stay above, and then based on this rally, when the price developed here, so we already had it. This one is a bearish engulfing candle. As you can see, the price nicely shoot down, and then we had this beautiful short trade hit to the profit target, squeeze amazing profit. Now we were looking here long here, and we did another analysis. And again, this is what we do every single day in my QFX platform. So this is one of the best beautiful counter long trade we had. It you can see here price nicely at this level, price nicely respected. And if you look at here intraday, we were looking this breakout, price nicely broken and beautiful. So we were expecting a long trade here. Then we explained any pullback would consider high probability trade when the price hit this level. And you can see here, this is, we suggest our trader it's time to consider banking some profit. So you can see, guys, every time when you see major support and resistance, which is always, as always mentioned to all of my traders, always pay attention to major support and resistance and look at the shorter time frame. If the pattern is allowing you to take it, opportunity, and then you should be banking. So we had amazing trade, guys, on gold, yen. We also had amazing trade on pound dollar, and we also had pound dollar, which is a pretty straightforward. And you can see here, this is what we explained. Even today analysis, I was expecting one more push to the upside. Why I said that, because if you look at it, we have this impulsive reaction on Friday, and today we have this consolidation that give us the high probability of sign of continuation. We have this impulsive corrections. This is what we're expecting here. And even though you can see here the price nicely tried to break, but we haven't seen any reaction, impulsive reaction to the downside. So this candlestick pattern, if you look at it in 4 hour bullish engulfing candle, and top of that, you can see the price come back. This is the high is broken. And if you look at the 4 hour price come back and retest, give us a confirmation of sign of continuation to the upside. So we had amazing long trade on pound dollar. So that was the beautiful long trade we had. So let me share with you guys. And this is a pretty straightforward, as mentioned here, all the points mentioned, and that give us the high probability of long trade here. And every time when the price develop a false breakout, that give us the high probability of continuation. Because what we're expecting here, that's what we explained today this morning, we were expecting this price action. And let me explain to you what exactly I mean. So if you look at the price action, this is what we're expecting here. So we were expecting here, let's see here if the price develop impulsive reaction. We have this correction impulsive. So after that, we were expecting continuation. But instead of continuation, we have this impulsive reaction that give us the high probability trade. And in 4 hour, we were also looking the price develop a sideways market that give us the correction. That's give us the high probability trade. And if you look at the price action here, even price nicely broken, and without the color changing of the candlestick pattern, Price came back and give us the confirmation. That's the high probability of long trade here. So we had this beautiful long trade, and even after that, we had another beautiful trade here, which is the rocket science, guys. You can see here, pretty straightforward. We were expecting a pullback, which is I'm talking about here as in 4 hour. This is the pullback we are looking into it. And if you look at the our intraday, and this is the intraday we were looking here. So you were looking as mentioned here. This is the pullback we were expecting here. Any pullback around this level, look for long here. So if you look at the our analysis based on that, you can see here around this level, the price nicely respected here. One pullback, two pullback, another beautiful hit to the profit target. So we had amazing long trade. Again, we look at the 4 hour chart. This is the area of interest. We develop our bias, we develop our thought process, and we develop our high probability chance. We look at here in intraday and look for the opportunity where we're looking at. So what's happening here is upcoming. So what we as mentioned here, let's look at the pound yen first. I'm going to be showing you the 1 hour chart. So this is the area of interest. If you look at the price, this is the area of interest. Price nicely respected. Price also respected this area. So while the price is here, we also had this false breakout is developed. So what I'm looking here, if the price gonna break, give us the confirmation, then I'm looking for long here. But it depends how things developing in the Japan after the elections. If the price gonna break this area, give us the confirmation for short. But being an intraday, we also take a short, we also take a long, as you can know with the valid price action. So if you look at the pound dollar, bigger picture, we were expecting the price should stay below this level and continue, but price refused, and even price also that give us the confirmation. Even if you look at here, the price nicely broken and give us the confirmation that give us the high probability of continuation sign. So looking here around this level. Let's see here if you can get a counter opportunity. If the price can break and give us the confirmation for long here, or if the price develop impulsive reaction after impulsive, if the price going to develop a correction here, that give us the high probability of continuation to the sign, and then looking for this target. So this is the high probability we are looking at, but we're going to be looking entries and exit in intraday system. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so Euro USD more or less the same. We had it like a pound dollar. You can see here we pretty standard, straightforward. As mentioned in our live, even on Friday, even on Monday, I mentioned the prices keep respecting it here. And if we are looking for this breakout, because this low is broken and price nicely respected here, so we were looking this breakout today. So today we had a nice, beautiful, long trade on Euro USD. We had a beautiful, this is the analysis we did, which is a pretty standard and straightforward. As you can see here, based on that, we had a nice, beautiful long trade on Euro USD. Then we also had another one after that, which is a pretty standard and straightforward, because based on the previous analysis, as mentioned, whenever the price break and give us the sign of continuation, and after that, as mentioned, look for any pullback would consider high probability trade. So we have this impulsive reaction. After that, any pullback. And if you look at the analysis, we had a beautiful this impulsive, as mentioned here. After that, one pullback, second, third. We explain our trade, just keep taking any trade. So as soon as the price hit to the red fib channel, and we look at here, we have the price respected. This is basically is a monthly resistance level, price nicely hit, and this is what we suggest our traders time to bank on profit. So what exactly we're looking here upcoming hours and upcoming days? As always mentioned, pay attention to detail, keep it simple, so we have this area of interest, price nicely broken. We already have this impulsive upcoming days and upcoming hours. If I see some sort of like a correction, then I'm expecting one more push to the upside. Pay attention to this is the monthly resistance, and if the price is going to, these are the possibilities what I'm expecting here. If the price going to break and give us the confirmation, that's a sign of continuation. If the price going to break and give us the false breakout and later on give us the confirmation, then I'll be looking at counter and then looking for here another one pullback. So these are the possibilities. We're going to be looking forward to it. But as mentioned here right now, we have seen the strength pound dollar and pound and the euro against the dollar. We'll see here upcoming days. We also had a news coming for the dollar. We'll see how that's going to make impact. All right, guys, that's it for now. And I'm here to take all of your questions. If you have any questions regarding, analysis or regarding any market conditions or anything, do let me know. I'm more than happy to answer all of your questions. But today was amazing day, guys. Especially the yen has given us a nice juicy pierce. All right, guys. This is the opportunity for you. And to be honest, the thing is, if you take all this analysis and you can practice in my QFX platform, and once you build your confidence, then it's very easy to trade. Then you're gonna enjoy it. Yeah. Try to understand how the price is moving, why the price is moving, what's the reason, what's the pattern, what's the price action, how the price behave. Every pair behave differently, but the price action, the basics is always the same for everyone.
Mr. Ashraf, there is one question in the chat, if you can please see.
No problem. Let me see. After deposit, how can join analysis platform? Okay, Raj Gupta, it's once you open the account and you know just go to the mic, as I mentioned to you, just a minute. I'll put it back. That's another one. So you have to do what you have to do is okay, send us email on hello at my QFX platform. Give me your account number. Okay, keep in mind when you're going to open an account with the my QFX, you need to select when you're going to open an account QBN Global, you need to select the option my QFX. And then once you've done it, and then what you have to do is just send us email and then go to the my QFX, register it, and you send us the email that I have opened an account. This is my email address. And once we confirm from the QBN Global, we will open the account and then we can help you with that, which is a very straightforward. Any other question? This is the time. This is the time to trade. Reason why I'm saying it because it's an amazing opportunity. Volatility is developing in the market, and you take maximum benefit. Just make a couple of pips every single day. All right, guys. No more questions? All right, guys. Take care. And to be honest, if you go through all of my recorded analysis on my QFX platform, I've explained all the basics, price action, analysis technique, and this is exactly what we do every single day. And this is exactly you can apply to any instrument, and then you can take a maximum benefit. All right, guys, that's it for now. All right, thanks for being here, and I look forward to see you next week on Monday at the same time. All the best. Take care, guys.